In this video, I want to cover something new we've added with our Instance Analyzer version 2, and it's related to doing trends and comparisons of reviews. Now let's start a new review just to kind of highlight and show how this works. Just do a best practice analysis review. I'll just say all applicable. I'll hit submit, and I will execute run review. Okay, so now the review is done, and one of the things you'll see is that there's just kind of a new tab out here. And this is really only going to be present if it finds other items to compare against as part of the review. Now, a couple of things it's going to look at as far as to make automatic matches to previous reviews and build trends is it's going to look at what are the rule groups that are assigned, what are the the target records, is it all applicable records or a specific query, right? Is it going to look at was there a target instance defined? And it's going to use those things to specify. The one most prominent matching criteria is if you run a specific schedule or a specific review on a schedule, the schedule ID and the scheduled activity is going to build kind of a trend already. But so what you kind of get in this case, I ran a new review, is now I got a trend against other previous reviews that is in essence showing me kind of what happened in terms of the number of findings and the number of errors, the number of recommendations. Now I'll show you in a minute the assessment-based trends as well, which has another kind of factor in here. Now a couple things I want to highlight with this. You can open up the more details to see kind of the specific comparisons, right? So one that was 7 days ago versus one that was a month ago versus 3 months ago versus our current review. And it's going to basically compare the last one in terms of percentage change, the last one that was run, and highlight whether that's plus or minus percentage change. Plus being not advantageous, minus being advantageous, the findings are going down, the errors are going down. But the other thing to highlight with this is you can come in here and either add additional review items yourself that you want to add into the mix, or you can turn certain ones off. So for example, if I don't care about the 7 days one, I can just uncheck that, and it's going to not include that in the actual evaluation and analysis. Further, if I want to take just the 3 months one on, I can do those comparisons as well. Right, and same thing if I want to add a new review in here, I can go pick from our list of other reviews and include that in the comparison here for analysis. Further, if I go to a review and it doesn't have any trends on it, I can also go in here and say I want to specify review records to use in comparison, put in some review records here, and then it's going to build that trend based off of that. So let's look at an assessment-based trend. So here's a case where we have an ITIL maturity assessment, and one of the things it's comparing two other ITIL maturity assessments that have taken place over time. Right, one 2 months ago, one 4 months ago, and it's going to compare kind of two levels here. One is the number of findings and recommendations and errors, just like you saw in the best practices one, but also you're going to see kind of the assessment scores against the different process areas here and how they've trended from one review to the next. Last thing I want to highlight with this, as with most of our features in here, if you don't want to use the feature, there is an on-off switch for it. So you will see an option here that says show review comparisons within the workspace. That can be on and click on and off to turn that feature on or off. Hope this is helpful. Hope you can get some value out of comparing kind of activities and whether the trends are moving positively, negatively, and make some greater insights from those trends. Thank you.